Hello everybody, I'm currently in Dublin at the moment, and once again today I'm going to be attending the Stand Together protest at 2 p.m. Outside the GPO, and I guess now more than ever it's getting very important to start questioning what's happening in regards to the COVID-19 regulations and lockdown rules, because currently as it stands, about 8.5 million people across the world have already recovered from the virus without any requirement of any additional, I guess, vaccines or whatever else. And I guess the one thing that kind of troubles me is the fact that one thing we're actually seeing an awful lot through the media are quotes saying that that nightclubs won't be the same, or like we won't be allowed to leave the country, or we'll need immunity passports to prove that we've taken the vaccine. And the one thing that concerns me is the fact that so far, like approximately like €20 million has been spent by the Irish government, like on vaccines, which was given to Gavi, which is funded by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. So like it's kind of very quickly turned into another one of those situations of where like literally the whole country has gone completely bust. Like nearly 30% of the population is currently out of work, and they're actually saying that Ireland's heading into the worst recession that has ever been seen. And like that's just a complete cause of this lockdown. And the only true benefactors from this whole lockdown are the richest of the rich, which is how it has always been in every single one of these situations. But another thing that's crazy is the fact that now, like bus drivers, train drivers and train conductors are now effectively working as government operatives. Like we're like they're working as like some sort of, like, I guess, mole or snitch, where like bus drivers are now being required to literally point out, like call the guards and get people arrested for not wearing face masks. And according to the new legislation that was recently passed just this Monday gone by, like if anybody is seen on a bus or train without a face mask, then they can be fined €2,500 and jail up to 6 months. Like, and that's absolutely crazy. So like you'd kind of think at this stage of the game that the regulations and rules in regards to the lockdown would actually be, I guess, loosening up versus actually getting worse. So that's another thing we're going to have to question. But yeah, thank you very much for watching my video. Like the past few weeks now has been quite a journey. Like the Stand Together movement is growing stronger and stronger every single week. We're getting more and more people, a lot more people, new faces are coming around every single week as well. And an awful lot of people are getting in contact with myself directly, just asking different questions, like just trying to figure out like what the hell is going on in the country, as people are slowly waking up to I guess whatever kind of weird agenda is currently ongoing in the country, like, and all across the world, because like it's very blatantly obvious that like the world is not in lockdown over the whole coronavirus, but it seems to be more so like some sort of financial reset for the economy. Like because like countries such as Ireland, like which only has a population of 5 million people, like is very vulnerable to larger countries, like some of the more larger countries all across the world. So like when you have a nation of 1.6 billion people, for example, like that nation can very easily like completely buy out a country like Ireland, monopolise it, like, and then effectively use Ireland as a corporation rather than it being like a sovereign country and a sovereign state. And the one thing that Ireland has suffered big time over the past few years is major financial issues, like where like before the whole coronavirus lockdown, like we had I believe like we were 200 billion euro in debt, like, and that debt was only increasing. So when you think about it, if like 5 million people are trying to pay off 200 billion euro in debt, and like the one thing that Ireland has to focus on big time is actually how like multi-corporate, multinational companies are being taxed in Ireland, because like the whole money laundering issues and tax evasion that's currently being allowed in Ireland is absolutely ridiculous. Like, and the whole like Apple tax is just a very good example of that. Like, I know Irish government have now like just allowed like Apple to run away scot-free, like without paying Ireland like 14 billion euro in taxpayers' money. So like it's just pure and utter systematic corruption. Like the fact that like 14 billion euro would cut off a major chunk of her current I guess national debt, like that just shows you. But yeah, all I can say today is sure come up to Dublin, listen to the various voices outside GPO. There's a very strong possibility that we might get a visit from Antifa at some stage. They were there now over the past 2 weeks. I don't understand their particular reasons or particular purpose in being there, but whatever fenced up anger they have, like they obviously seem to be pointing it at the wrong people, just because an awful lot of the people that are there, like they're there to speak about the whole coronavirus issue, the fact they're trying to bring in mandatory vaccines, yet like when you have like literally mobs of people like with black balaclavas and like cargo pants and like army boots on, like shouting racists and Nazis at, like a lot of these people, like they've never been called like a Nazi, a racist, or a fascist in their life. So like people are starting to like understand like how poisonous the left is, like how they're influenced, like, and they're slowly like demonstrating that to literally have like absolutely no credibility in what they're effectively fighting for. And then like one leads to wonder, well, like if these people are here for no particular purpose, like only but to shout at people and to like prevent them from getting their point across, like out to the general public, then obviously like they're paid to be there, or to have like some other sort of set agenda. But I'm pretty sure like when you have a woman speaking out about her child being damaged by vaccines, or when you have like have a person just talking about the effects of the coronavirus, or her concerned mother about putting her child into a classroom where there's only social distancing, then I think that like you really have to question why like a group like Antifa would even like somehow even consider or even think that concerned parents are now somehow Nazis. So yeah, like I think the way it's going, like the left is literally going to implode on itself, because their credibility and I guess their stance in society is slowly getting worse, is slowly lowering, and they're really demonstrating who they are. And I guess they aren't friends of democracy in any shape or form. They're not friends of free speech, and they are blatantly there only to antagonise. And I believe in some instances, or if not a lot of instances, but they are there like representing the government and representing mass billionaires without even bloody realising it. But thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll keep you updated as the day goes on. Thanks very much. Bye.